Capitol, Congress has voted to impeach the Homeland Security Secretary, Alejandro Mayorkas.
Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, one of the Republicans not happy with the state of the border right now. And tonight, we have team coverage of the ongoing efforts to address what's happening at the southern border.
But first, Atlanta News First Madeline Montgomery has more on this historic impeachment.
This is the first time a cabinet official has been impeached from an office since the 1870s, and it comes after a failed attempt to impeach Mayorkas just last week.
On this vote, the yeas are 214 and the nays are 213. The resolution is adopted.
Cheers from Congress as the House votes to push Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas out of office. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of Rome, Georgia, has been vowing to get Mayorkas impeached. She tweeted tonight, proud of our Republican conference for working together to stand with the American people to hold Secretary Mayorkas accountable for his blatant violation of our border laws. Tonight, we voted to impeach Mayorkas. Congresswoman Greene first tried to impeach Mayorkas back in November. In a news release, the Congresswoman accused Mayorkas of failing to maintain operational control of U.S. borders. From here, it could go to the Senate, but isn't likely to move on from there. Mayorkas has not released a public statement at this time about the impeachment, but Democratic Congresswoman Nikema Williams of Atlanta called tonight's vote a sham. And President Biden put out a lengthy statement saying, in part, instead of staging political stunts like this, Republicans with genuine concerns about the border should want Congress to deliver more border resources and stronger border security. He continues to say Congress needs to act to give me, Secretary Mayorkas, and my administration the tools and resources needed to address the situation at the border.